Dub Nation, speaking of dubs, sub for Warriors Dubs, another big win over the Brooklyn Nets on Tuesday night. Guys, this is the fastest growing channel at Chat Sports, basically, outside of a couple of NFL ones. Definitely our fastest NBA growing channel. Join the movement. We just crossed 24,000 subs. Let's get to 25,000 before Thanksgiving. Maybe that's ambitious, but I believe in you guys. If you want more dubs, all you got to do is sub for Warriors Dubs. Welcome into Golden State Warriors today. I am your host, Harrison Graham, for today's video. And hey, we alluded to it earlier, another impressive win for Golden State as Steph Curry outduels former teammate Kevin Durant in a 117-99 victory. Curry had 37. Durant had just 19, plus I believe he was 6 of 19 from the floor. A rare, inefficient night for him. But now the Golden State Warriors are an NBA best 12-2 on the season, first place in the West and first overall in the NBA because they have the best record in basketball. And guys, this team is cooking. Steph Curry continues to cook. Look at these numbers from last night. I already mentioned the 37, 12 of 19 from the floor, a casual 9 of 14 from three. No one hits 9 or 10 threes in a game more casually than Steph Curry. You look up, he's like, oh, he had 37. Sounds like just a Tuesday night to me. 9 of 14 from three, no big deal. These are like career nights for most players, but for Steph, it's just a Tuesday night. Steph Curry's an absolute machine. He's an animal. He's a beast. This is the best player in the NBA currently. I don't think there's any doubt about that. If I could vote for MVP, he would get my vote. So I'll ask you, will Steph Curry win NBA MVP this year? That is what I want to know from you guys. Will he be the MVP in the NBA? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Get your votes in down in the comment section and let us know. By the way, if you want to bet on Steph Curry to win MVP or some other type of prop bets, which including one we'll show you in a second, go to BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/bet. The link is right there on your screen, right below me, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code is chat125. Put down $100. You'll get $125 for free. That is math. Steph Curry right near the top in terms of NBA scoring champion odds. Ironically, with Kevin Durant, who is a slight favorite ahead of him at plus 200 odds, Steph at plus 225, then a pretty big drop-off with Giannis, Luka, and Paul George at plus 700, plus 800, and plus 1,000, respectively there. But if you're a sports betting beginner and you're not really sure, what does plus 225 mean? Well, if you want to go bet on Steph, if you think he's going to win the scoring champion this year, meaning he's going to average the most points per game this season, here's an example for you. If you wanted to bet $10 on Steph at plus 225 odds, you would win $22.50. So if he ended up winning after you bet $10, you'd get your initial $10 back plus an additional $22.50. If you want to do $100, it would be $2,250. That is how it works. Or no, $225.50. That's a crazy talk. Bad math from me. But it's on screen for you guys, chatsports.com/bet. My producer, Marsh, who's a math genius, is laughing at me right now. But there you go. That is the scoring or the betting odds for Steph Curry. All right, now that we're beyond the math portion of this show, let's debate Curry versus Durant all time. This has been recirculating, obviously. This is classic national media, NBA Twitter type of stuff, right? Curry and Durant are playing tonight. Curry outduels them. Is Steph the better all-time player? Well, let's kind of compare the resumes here. Here's advantage Curry, in my opinion. Better three-point shooter, both numbers-wise and I think just the ability to create them, although KD is very good in that area. Better ball handler. Durant, really good, but Curry, one of the best ball handlers of all time, in my opinion. More championships, 3-2, including the first one they won. He did it without KD, right? KD, the two he has won was with Steph. So, I mean, there was no doubt that Steph was the best player on that first title he won. More regular season MVPs, and even though they didn't win the title, he led a 73-win team, the most wins in NBA history in a regular season. That has to matter. Okay, advantage Durant. Better pure scorer. Look, I think Kevin Durant's the best isolation scorer in NBA history. Doesn't mean Steph's not great, but I'll go advantage Durant there. Better defender. Look, he's a 7-foot athletic freak that can guard multiple positions. That kind of ties into positional versatility down there. He's more valuable in that area. 2 times final MVP. That's 0 for Steph. That's an area he hasn't been as good in. That kind of ties into clutcher playoff performer as well. You add all this up, I mean, it's pretty damn close. I mean, it's really, really close. And we'll look at the career stats side by side in a moment as well. But when you kind of look at the accolades, it's okay, better championships, better threes, Kevin Durant, better pure score, etc. Do we have the all-time stats here, Marsh? I think we wanted to go to those real quick before we ask you guys who you think the better player is. But it's very, very close. I think these are two of the best 20 players in NBA history once it's all said and done. Durant is higher in scoring and in efficiency from the field. Steph, a better distributor and a better three-point shooter in terms of, offensive game here. This doesn't really account for defense, which I mentioned is advantage Durant, obviously. I think the points per game is a bit skewed, though, because remember, Steph had injury problems early in his career, and he was, we didn't know how good he would be. Durant was the best player on his team from day one when he went to the Seattle Supersonics and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So add it all up. Who's the better player all time at this point in their careers, right? Like, who's the better all-time player up to this point? Type SC for Steph Curry, type KD for Kevin Durant. I think it's an interesting debate. I think you could go either way, and like I said, it's very close when you add it all up. So SC for Steph or type KD for Kevin Durant. Let's get to some injury news, and then we will call it a day here on Warriors Today. Klay Thompson has been cleared to play in 5-on-5 scrimmage type of drills in practice. That feels pretty significant. Steve Kerr did say, look, that doesn't mean he's returning next week, as this is still a very long process. We'll get more from Kerr in a moment. But I do think we should take this as another positive sign as we're getting closer and closer to Klay Thompson returning to the real basketball court. I mean, remember, this guy hasn't played in over 2 years at this point. I'm very fascinated to see how this rehab continues to play out and how he actually plays once he does get back. Here's what Kerr had to say on Klay. Quote, a 2-year absence requires a lot of work, not just the rehab, but, the endurance, the strength. It's great that he's playing 5-on-5, but that doesn't mean that he'll be ready to step on an NBA floor next week. I think the point Kerr is making and what I'll make is let's stay patient. Let's preach some patience here. We've waited 2.5 years, right, to watch Klay Thompson play. I think we can wait another month or two if we need to. But I think coming into the season, people are like, it might be March, April. I do think that December, January is realistic, especially January. We'll see if December, the rumor, Christmas Day could be his first game. We'll see. I think that would be awesome. If you got him before the end of 2021, that would be an absolute treat for Warriors fans. Are you excited to get Klay back? If you're typing N, you're a fraud. Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Let us know how excited you are about Klay and his potential return. Quick note on James Wiseman. He has still not been cleared for 5-on-5, so we'll kind of see on him. His recovery not as serious, of course, with dealing with an MCL, not an ACL and an Achilles back-to-back like Klay Thompson, but we're still talking weeks for James Wiseman at this point in time. So hopefully these two guys are ready to return, especially Klay. I know that's going to be a big moment for this fan base once he is able to take the floor once again. But we'll have to continue to wait and see, and we'll continue to provide you guys with those details as they come, which is why you should subscribe to the channel. If you love the Warriors, myself, Chase Sr., the entire Chat Sports team is keeping you guys up to date. Sub for Warriors, Dubs, and of course, for more videos.